Hi everyone. You know, it's the plan of God for every one of us to come to perfection and maturity in Christ. That's his desire for you and I. We cannot remain as babies. We need to grow up and to be willing to allow God to bring this maturity to us. Not a religious maturity, but a maturity of character, a maturity that only he can bring in the work of his Spirit in our lives day by day. There needs to be a willingness in our heart for that. And you know, when Abraham was in the desert and God was dealing with him, it says in Genesis 22, it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And Abraham said, here I am. And we know how God then instructed Abraham to take his son, his only son Isaac, up on that mountain, and there he was to be sacrificed. And that was a real test of Abraham's faith. But Abraham knew that even if he killed his son, even if he sacrificed the boy, Abraham knew that God would have to raise him from the dead because of God's covenant and God's promise. So now that covenant is the same that you and I have with God. It's a covenant that has begun in eternity and will be for eternity. So in other words, God is not going to give up on us. He's not going to fail us. But there are tests and trials that you and I need to go through. And it's the attitude of heart that if we want to grow, we want to come to this place of maturity, where like Abraham, we are willing to say, here I am. That's the attitude of heart. In Isaiah chapter 6, when God was speaking to the prophet in the temple, and it says there, the Lord said, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And the prophet said, here am I, send me. That attitude of heart where he was willing to go through whatever God had planned and purposed, to go through things that will mature us, to go through the different situations that will help us to grow, to change, and to become more like Christ. All he wants is this attitude which says, Lord, here am I. I'm ready. Let's do this. God bless you.